Hi guys, I'm going to do something a little different today, and that's going to be looking at the 2017 releases from Kershaw and Zero Tolerance, and just kind of giving a first opinion, first impression on these knives and what I'm interested in, what I might get, what I will probably pass on. SHOT Show is currently going on, and not sure. Last I looked, there wasn't any booth reviews for Kershaw and Zero Tolerance. So we're going to go over and look at some of these knives now. Start with the link here. This is very similar to the standard aluminum handle link. This looks like the House of Blaze exclusive link, but it is not. It is just blue anodized handles. I don't think the back spacer is anodized. Probably just the same thing with the standard link, which was a glass-filled nylon back spacer, and it still has a 420HC steel with the black wash finish. So you're not getting the S35VN steel that you did with the House of Blaze exclusive link. But this is another made in the USA Kershaw, which is good. Glad to see they're doing that. Let's see, what else do we got? Next one we have is the Deadline. This is a matte diskin design. This one says it's reversible tip up, right or left, but I don't understand how that, because it looks like there's two screws here for the pocket clip, and it doesn't look like there's two screws or even holes drilled out. It says, where does it say it's reversible? Right there, yeah, it says it's reversible, so I'm not sure if that's just a mistake or this is just a prototype. This one is interesting because you're supposed to be able to tune in the detent. So it says here, so it puts a detent ball on the front scale of the knife, and so you're able to fine tune your detent, which is interesting. I don't think they've done anything like that before on the Kershaw line. So HCR 13 MOV, this overseas produced knife. You have a modified Warncliffe shape, kind of like that shape. Not sure if you can actually swap this over for left-hand carry. This also is not speed safe. This uses the KVT ball bearing system, which I believe Matt Diskin's first design with Kershaw was also KVT. So interesting. That's a maybe for me. The Fraxion, I guess, Anzo design. So they're still working with Anzo, Danish custom knife maker. This one looks like you can swap it over to the left-hand side because there's holes drilled there for it, which is good. Always appreciate that. Now this says it's G10 handles with carbon fiber overlay. So it does make it light. I'm wondering if that's real carbon fiber though, because it's still retailing for still going to retail for a pretty low price. I'm not sure what's up with that. If that's real or not. I guess we'll have to find out. The reverb, not too excited about. Just looks like a simple carabiner knife, kind of gimmicky. Recommended for hikers. Again with that G10 and carbon fiber overlay. Just not very excited about this. Not really for me. They're coming out with a run of leaks in carbon fiber, which is pretty neat. Leak's been around for quite a while in Kershaw's line. So really the only difference is carbon fiber. They're still using that Sandvik 4C28N steel. That's really the only difference is the handle material. So leak and carbon fiber, another USA produced knife. This one, the Agile, this is a Rick Hendler design. And I don't know, this is okay. Rick Hendler's been there for quite a while. You can do left-hand carry, but only tip up. You can do tip up right-hand carry or tip down right-hand carry. Now, the thing about this knife is that you can swap out, I think it includes, yeah, it comes with 3 interchangeable backspacers. So you can have a lanyard, standard lanyard hole, a screwdriver lanyard hole, or a, I guess, bottle opener lanyard hole. Yeah, that's what it says here. And it says, of course, they're trying to market their own products. So they're using the Kershaw TX tool, has a right bit to exchange in a matter of seconds. I'm not sure how long it'd actually take to exchange these backspacers out. I'm not sure if you'll have to take off all these screws to do it or not. Seems kind of gimmicky. I mean, do you really need to be changing out your backspacer all the time? I don't think so. That's probably a pass for me. Now we have 2 versions of the dividend. So we have a new released Kershaw USA. So this is kind of a follow-up to the Link. So it's very similar in the fact that we have 2 versions, more budget than an aluminum handled version. So this is 3 inches, so it's a little bit smaller than the Link. And this is, again, using 420HC steel, just like the Link. And this one's 4-position pocket clip. That's pretty neat. You get holes, tip up or tip down, right or left. Again, you have a lanyard hole. This is coming out in the gray aluminum. Again, with this pocket clip with the Link, which not deep carry, not big fan of that. I like the House of Blades exclusive one where they actually included a deep carry clip. This was pretty neat. It would be interesting if they do the same thing with the Link, where they have some exclusives and different anodizations for the handle materials, for the aluminum scales there. So I'll probably get at least one of these dividends, because here's the other dividend. So this is just kind of like the Link, where they have a glass-filled, glass-filled nylon handled Link as well. So the only difference is the handle material here. This is 4-position, but it looks like you can only do tip up. Yeah, only tip up, right or left. So they're still using 420HC steel. So it's like the budget Link, but this is a dividend. So you have 2 versions of the dividend coming out, I'm glad they're still releasing new USA produced Kershaws, because that's something they hadn't been doing for a while. Or at least not a lot. So here's the Ares. It's apparently based on a Greek mythology thing, I guess, or troublemaker of the Greek pantheon. So I guess, yeah, something in Greek mythology is the name. They come up with some interesting names for knives. This one, yeah, 8C13M of titanium carbonitride stainless steel handles. It's okay. It's not that exciting. It kind of feels almost like a Kershaw median, almost like with the handle shape. Is it the same? It's probably about the same size too. Yeah, 3-inch blade. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the median. That was a Cabela's exclusive, except that has a lanyard hole. I'm not a big fan of this pocket clip, because I'm not sure how it's going to transition over to the left side because of that curve in the pocket clip. It looks like, it's designed one way, but like it's reversible, but will it work very well swapped? Maybe I'll get one to find out. I don't know. That one doesn't excite me as much. We have the Vetter. I guess that's how you say that. I'm not sure. Right off the bat, this one kind of reminds me of when CRKT released the Fossil, and have that hammer finish there on the G10 and on the metal stainless steel part of the knife there. Interesting design. It's swappable, it looks like. Not sure how that's going to work when you put the pocket clip on the left side, because of the cutout here for the Kershaw SpeedSafe logo. Yeah, I'm not sure how it's going to work. I might get one because it looks kind of interesting. And I was a big fan of the the Fossil just because it was a very unique design. This is a little different, but so yeah, ATR13 MOV. So you have the stainless steel handles with the 3D machine G10 overlay. So that's very similar to the Fossil's construction. Yeah, same kind of concept. And I'm guessing it's very similar in the fact that the G10 overlay, just like in the CRKT Fossil, is not essential to the functioning of the knife in the lockup. So that's probably a maybe. The flitch, this one not very appealing to me. I mean the whole cutout and the top here and the flats is kind of interesting. Other than that, yeah, it's just HCR 13 MOV. The clip is reversible, tip up. Yeah, tip up, right or left, so that's good. But there's not too much new with this, at least in my mind. I don't really see much exciting about that one. I think it is G10 scales. Doesn't look like FRN. Oh no, it is a glass filled nylon scale. So I guess they put like a G10 texture on it, like they've done before, to make it look more similar to G10, even though it's still glass filled nylon. Let's see, the flourish. So this looks almost similar to the flitch there, but it's got again with these carbon fiber overlays in the G10. Is that what they're saying again? Yep, G10 with carbon fiber overlay. HCR13 MOV. So again, I'm wondering what this carbon fiber is like, because these are not very expensive. They don't seem like they're much more. I mean, these prices are obviously going to be lower when they go to retailers, but they don't seem that high for knives that would be offering at least good carbon fiber. So it'd be interesting to see what it is. Again, with this clip that's kind of swooping, I'm not sure how that's going to carry on the left-hand side, but I'll probably get one of these to try it out, see how it is. All right, the bar stall, I guess. Now this is one of those that looks like a dagger, but is only sharpened on one side, so this is a false edge on the top. This is interesting, but I probably will not get this. It has speed safe, which I've seen a lot of these ones, especially from Boker, and they don't have, like, there's no speed safe or like no assisted opening. So this will probably open well, a lot better than some of those Bokers that were really cheap. But this looks kind of gimmicky. It doesn't look like it's the most practical knife to be carrying around. Let's see what's the blade length. 3 inches, 8-13 MOV. It is swappable. That's a good thing. It looks like they put some kind of anodized aluminum little rings in the flipper. I guess finger guard is what it turns into once you open it. It's okay. Probably will not get one. Seems a little gimmicky. Here we go is the hops, and this is one of the designs from this custom knife maker. I'm not going to pronounce his last name, but his first name is Gustavo. So Gus. This is someone they're working with new this year. This is a really small one. So yeah, HCR13 MOV. I believe it's stainless steel handles again. Yep. You have the two-tone, so you have PVD coated and satin flats, which is pretty cool. 1.4 inch blade, so a really small blade. An interesting thing about this is that the flipper tab, when closed, is supposed to act as a bottle opener. Not sure if that's completely necessary, but pretty neat. And then it's reversible for left-hand carry, which is always good. I'll probably get one of these. Some of these really small knives that Kershaw comes out are, not the best to carry around necessarily, but they're neat to collect. So I'll probably get one of those. Looks pretty cool. Now here is the other design from Kershaw from that guy Gus that they're working with, and this is called the Malt. And so you have this blade shape here is apparently one of his popular blade shapes. Looks like we have a anodized aluminum backspacer. Am I right with that? Let's see. Two-tone on the handle. See if this is in the specs here. You know, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it is. It looks like the pocket clip is also the same blue. That's a pretty neat design. Speed safe, flipper, frame lock. It says it's reversible. It says pre-drilled holes to change the position, but I don't see that again. Again, maybe these are early pictures and it's just not on there. But and then again, you have that flipper tab that you can open bottles with, which it's kind of gimmicky, but it's kind of neat at the same time. I don't know. It's something new. And GTC design. So that is the Malt. We have two CQC models from Emerson, more of the Emerson collaborations. We have the 11K, and so this one, let's see, it's got a 3.5-inch blade. Now it's supposed to be reversible tip up, right or left hand, but I notice sometimes the problem is the screws for the stainless steel side are not long enough for the G10 side. So I'm not sure how it will work with this one. I'm not a huge fan of the Emerson collaborations. Not that they're terrible or anything. I'm just not very big fan of the design. So this is the 11. So they're continuing on in that line. And then we have the 10K. This one has a clip point. I kind of like that design a little bit better. Now these are definitely not deep carry, but that's kind of how the Emerson wave feature works. But yeah, typical Emerson design. Pretty sure they sell well. The Barricade. So these are actually glass-filled nylon handles that are orange. So this is supposed to be a value-priced rescue. So they made it orange so it stands out so you don't lose it. It's very orange. So HCR 13 MOV, single position tip down pocket clip. This is not reversible at all. You have thumb studs and a flipper. How long is the blade? 3.5. Okay. So you have the belt cutter and the glass breaker. There's a lot of knives out there that are very similar design to this, where they have the seat belt cutter or rope cutter in the back and the glass breaker in the back. Very, they've done a lot of these. I guess Kershaw's is doing their take on it. Probably won't get that. This one I'm definitely excited about because I'm a big fan of this 770, and I don't have a 777, but I really admired that blade. And I guess this is the Natrix. I'm not sure how they're pronouncing it. So this looks a lot like the 777, except in a lot cheaper materials. Since I think this 777 was like a full-on custom, or a factory custom from Kershaw. So they talk about the similarity to their ZT models. This is going to be a lot cheaper, and it's pretty neat. So you have HCR 13 MOV. You have G10 handles, which is good. And 2.9 ounces. It's light, and so were the 777 and the 770 from Kershaw. And I love my 770 in the carbon fiber. This is a definite buy. We'll definitely get one of these. So I have a decorative pivot, very similar to the 770. Oh, and the subframe lock. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So we got that subframe lock, and the pocket clip is reversible. Good job, Kershaw. So I will definitely be picking up one of those. And we have a few small ones. These are called the Pub. And these are actually Dmitry Sinkovich's design. So these are very small. Let's see. So you have a keyring attachment, a blade, and a bottle opener, and then a little flat here you can use as a screwdriver. So, you know, a little multi-function thing. Very light, 1.9 ounces, 813 MOV, 1.6 inch blade. I don't know, pretty interesting. Nice little keychain knife. And this part here, the black part, is actually aluminum, which is neat. So they're using a little bit better materials there. It also comes in blue with the aluminum. So there's another version of the Pub. These would probably be good gift knives. And then we have the carbon fiber version. Again, I'm wondering what kind of carbon fiber this is. It looks similar to the other ones that they're having the carbon fiber inlays in. And again, if this is $29 here, it's going to be less than that when it comes out on the retail site. So what are they using? Emerson cook set. Yeah, I'm not very excited about that. I'm not big on chef knives. But if you are, I guess this is a good value starter. I don't know how good these are. I mean, they're definitely not going to be outstanding for that price. But hey, if you like Emerson and Kai, I guess you can get these. Here's a Launch 2 in black serrated. So this is the only difference between this and the other Launch 2s is that there's a serrated blade now. So nothing really different. I cannot have automatics in the state I live in. So it doesn't interest me a lot. I wish I could because these are pretty. I like the Launch series. I don't really like serration, so I wouldn't. That wouldn't appeal to me anyway. Launch 7. So this is a new model. This is a pretty big one. This one, yeah, so they're USA produced. So you have CPM 154, so good steel, aluminum handles, and it's in like a gray finish again. And this has a 3.75 inch blade, so that's a pretty big blade. So I'm wondering if they're going to start again where they have the gray come out and then do other colors based on the popularity. So this will probably be a good seller. I just can't have autos. We have the Shuffle DIY, which is basically the shuffle, and instead of having a flat lanyard hole on the back, we have an ability to interchange between these two bits. But it also takes away the fact that you used to be able to swap the pocket clip tip up right or left on the shuffle. Yeah, I'm not excited about this. I mean, these bits look like they could fall out very easily from the handle. And do you really need it? I don't think it's it's okay, but I don't think I would get it. Here's the last one for Kershaw. I believe this is Shuffle 2 in olive, so this is just a new handle color for the Shuffle 2. I don't have a Shuffle 2 yet, and this olive, I think this is glass-filled nylon. Probably is. Yep, glass-filled nylon. I'll probably get this one because I like the color. I don't have a Shuffle 2 yet, just to kind of add to the collection. So that's all Kershaw. Yep, that's all of Kershaw's. Let's go over to Zero Tolerance. Zero Tolerance has a few releases here. So this is another one from Gus. and that's noticeable because of that blade shape he has. I think it's, yeah, it looks like it's ground in two different spots there. So interesting machining on the handles. The pocket clip is reversible. That's good. Uh, Decorative pivot. Looks like, yeah, you can still adjust it. And it looks like the flipper tab looks really interesting too. Very unique. So this is a 0055. So this is one of the new designs in this S35VN. So it's a hidden flipper tab. So you don't see it when it's open. Because if you look here, yeah, you don't see the flipper tab. That is an interesting feature. So a spring flips the tab into an open position. Okay. There's no flipper tab poking out the spine. So it's a very clean look when you deploy this knife using the KVT ball bearing system, so it should flip well. That one I'm kind of interested in, not sure. It looks like it's gonna be not extremely expensive, but not extremely cheap either. The 0460, this is a follow-up to the 450 series, 452 series. Another Dmitry Sinkovich design. I like it, but you know, it says it's reversible for the pocket clip, but I don't see that happening based on this. Doesn't look like there's any holes in the carbon fiber side. So maybe if that changes in the production, I might get one. But I do like the swooping blade and the curved handle, and this carbon fiber actually is going to be light too. Yeah, it's about the same size. It looks like it's a little bit bigger than the 450, but not as big as the 452. But there's some bronze. It's called the bronze carbon fiber, so there's a little bit of bronze in that. It's a neat look. KVT again. It looks interesting. Really depends on if you can swap that clip over. I do like that design. This isn't really a new release. This is an 801, but it's in a different handle configuration. So they came out with one that had like bronze and stuff on it. This one has the holes in it as well. So titanium handles. Todd Rexford design. This has been around for a while. The 801. S35VN. So that is an upgrade from what they used to put out in the LMAX. One thing I wonder is if you put this clip on the left side, what will happen with these holes? Will it snag on one of these holes or not? Because there's holes for it, you can swap it over. But I don't know how that will work for a lefty. Let's see. Now this is the 0850. This is actually a collaboration between Dmitry Sinkovich and Todd Rexford. And so they collaborated to make a knife for zero tolerance. So you have CPM 20CV, so good steel. You have the thumb studs are actually made, the thumb stud, okay, so it says the thumb stud is echoed by a unique aluminum backspacer that has been tuned and sculpted in clear anodine. So you have this kind of interesting thumb stud, and it looks like you can see part of the backspacer there. It's kind of hard to see though. But the thumb, yeah, this is a thumb stud deployment one, which is different, not a flipper. Let's see, it's using KVT. I'm assuming it's using KVT. I don't see anything about using KVT. I'm assuming though, because I don't think that it's assisted opening. Maybe they'll talk about it in the booth reviews. I don't see anything about using KVT. I could be wrong, I'm just missing it. I'm just glancing over it really early here, but yeah, you have like a blue carbon fiber, so that's pretty interesting. Two-tone blade. You have a sub-frame lock, which is pretty neat. I don't think they're saying, yeah, it's a single position pocket clip, right tip up. So I probably won't get this because I can't swap the pocket clip over. Interesting pivot design. can still adjust it as a Torx bit there. Sub frame locks look pretty neat. I like it. Just not excited about the fact you can swap that over. And this should be the last one. And this is the 0920, and this is based on Les George's Harpy model. Again, CPM 20CV using KVT ball bearing system. So it should be very smooth. Maybe the previous one's not using KVT because it's not a flipper. Maybe they're just using bronze washers. That could be the reason. So let's take a look at this. 3.9-inch blade, pretty big blade. So you have a reversible titanium pocket clip. That's good. And it's bronze. I believe the standoffs are also bronze. Let's see. I think there's something about it somewhere here. Bronze anodized aluminum tube spacers and bronze bent pocket clip. So this is a maybe. This will probably be the most expensive of the ZT releases, it looks like. I like the machining on the handles. The pivot is very unique. It's still adjustable if you look on the opposite side. It's got a Torx adjustment. So this is a maybe. This one will definitely be probably the most expensive. But yeah, that's the 2017 releases that are supposed to be released in SHOT Show from Kershaw and Zero Tolerance. I hope to get some of these in hand when they are released and do some actual like overviews of them, other than just looking at pictures online. So leave your comments down below which ones you're excited about, which ones you kind of feel like are misses. Kershaw and Zero Tolerance have had some hits and some misses over the years recently, and hopefully some of these are good hits. I hope, because I do like the company. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Feel free to subscribe, and thanks for watching.